Cathy Harris. My website is cathyharrisinternational.com. My organic food movement website is virtualorganicgardenclubs.com. Welcome to my backyard. Today I want to talk about harvesting. When you know you have to harvest your food, usually some of the telltale signs are the food is big. It's the size it's supposed to be. Once you go on YouTube and try to figure out how big this food is supposed to be, and once you plant the food one season, you will be in a position to be able to figure that out even easier when you actually need to harvest the food. So that's when you need to go ahead and harvest the food. You also need to go ahead and harvest the food when some kind of pest gets on the food, because you don't want it to spread throughout your entire crop. For instance, see those little brown spots on the food? Something is getting on the food. Even though I'm spraying the neem oil every 3 days, something is still getting on the food. And again, I don't want it to infect the whole crop. So tonight, I'm going to go ahead and harvest the food. See, that's big enough to harvest right there. See how big everything is? It's pretty big. Now, this was only cut a week ago. Again, this is a very fast-growing food. It was only cut a week ago. In a couple more weeks, it's going to be big as the Swiss chard beside it. Now, this Swiss chard over here is ready to be cut also. They also have a few brown spots coming on it. So I really want to cut it and get it in the house and cut the brown spots out before I actually freeze everything. There's a lot of bees out here today in the garden for some reason. You know, bees pollinate the crops. And there's a lot of them out here today, all over the place. So again, see how brown that is right there? Sometimes when it get real brown like that, before I come out late at night and spray the neem oil, I would just go ahead and throw something like this away. Because again, if you got dead leaves in your garden, it's going to attract pests. So even though this plant is not ready to harvest yet, something have gotten on it and making it have brown spots. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and pick those leaves off. And then good leaves are going to grow back. So that's how I decide if I'm going to go ahead and harvest the food. So this Swiss chard over here, this row of Swiss chard right here is ready to be harvested. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it down 3 inches from the root. See there, 3 inches. Three inches from the root. So when I cut it down 3 inches from the root, it's going to grow back really, really quick in a couple of weeks.